Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here I have a new Timiy clear mouthpiece for tenor. Have a new one here for alto, and this is the one that I had pimped out. So take a look at that. I got SVS for Sirvalorsax put on this thing. This is non-toxic airbrush paint with a non-toxic gloss that's here. And I even decided to get one of these clear mouthpiece patches, which isn't really that clear. I'm also going to now adjust this mouthpiece. All I'm really going to do is just make sure that this table is really flat. I showed you before in the other video how thick these rails are, but I'm not going to adjust that on this mouthpiece. With the other mouthpieces, I am going to adjust that one. But for this one, I basically just want to make sure that this table and these rails are just flat. I'm not even going to mess around with the tip. I'm really happy with the work that he did on something like this. Notice that I kept this part that's actually going to be in my mouth unpainted, and this part here. The biggest issue that I'm having right now, honestly, is just finding a ligature to match. So, or a ligature that won't cover this thing up. All right, now these mouthpieces are definitely $10 plastic mouthpieces from China. This is acrylic, and I've spoken in depth about how I feel about products that are coming from China, but I can research acrylic on my own, so that gives me information that I need about whether I want to play something like this or not. Again, these are really not well playing mouthpieces, but I've had a lot of success simply by going to a stiffer cut reed. Not even a stiffer reed from the brand that I normally use, which is Van Doren Red Box, because I went to 3s and even 3.5s with it. So I moved up to Van Doren V12 and V21s, but still 2.5. And that actually sounds like a real mouthpiece. I was surprised that I wasn't really able to tell from listening back that I was playing on this $10 nonsense thing. But as far as artwork and whatnot, this is a great platform for you to be able to test your metal or be able to get your brand recognized with something. Buy my shirt! I also am looking into, with the other mouthpieces that are still clear, using non-toxic fingernail polish. I've been going online and checking out some stuff. I guess if you're a woman, you probably already know this, or a man for that matter. But they have different levels of toxic free when it comes to fingernail polish. So I'll probably stick to anywhere from 10, at least 10. So 10 to like 14. I've even seen some 18 toxic free fingernail polish. And really, I've seen some fantastic designs that have gone on acrylic fingernails. So why not use that on an acrylic saxophone mouthpiece? Okay, so let me adjust this thing. I'll show you basically what little bit I'm going to do, and then I'll play through this. I'm going to use, in this video, 3 different ligatures, because this one didn't come with one. Aye! All right, I have this relatively flat plate here. This is flat enough for what I care about this mouthpiece. Okay, and here I have some 800 grit sandpaper. That feels much, much better. Okay, now I'm just going to move to this 3000. I'm still just going to leave it on here because, I mean, if I really wanted to take this seriously, or if I had it sent out to somebody that would really just go to town on something like this, then they would use professional equipment. I have some other mouthpiece equipment, but this is $10. I don't really care. Really hack way of doing this. I know. All right, so let's clean this thing up. Make sure we get all that dust and stuff off of here. Let's put a mouthpiece patch on here. Throw some ligatures and a reed on it. This is my $150 Silverstein ligature. I have this Ligature reed, which is also clear and transparent. So it makes it really hard to see if this thing is lined up correctly. All right, it's the tip opening is so tiny, and this reed definitely is not really stiff enough, but as you can see, it plays. All right, let's try the next one. This is the compass ligature with the fiber cell 2.5 reed. Okay, basically the same problem. The tip opening is just way too small. I'm gonna move to the cane reeds, a V21 2.5 and a V12 2.5. Now I have just a regular ligature, and I'm using a Van Doren V21 2.5 reed. Sounds like a real saxophone. Okay, my assessment, this plays great, by the way, but my assessment isn't that the Ligature or the fiber cell are not compatible. My assessment is that those reeds aren't stiff enough, where this cane is cut stiff. All right, it's only a 2.5, but I wouldn't know this was some type of funky, weird mouthpiece. All right, let's move to the V12 with this same configuration with the ligature and see what happens. Here's a V12 2.5 reed with the standard ligature. It's really hard with this thing being clear to see how the reed is lined up and if it's lined up properly. These reeds, the V21 and the V12, they'll probably go back and forth. However, I do feel much more comfortable on the V21. I feel like this one is giving me a bit of an edgier sound, but I think the control, for me anyway, is with the V21. Okay, so let me put the best ligature with the best reed on this mouthpiece, and let's have some fun with this thing. Okay, here's the Silverstein ligature with the V21 reed. Okay, this is a pretty sweet combination, but believe me, I am not suggesting that you run out and buy a $150 ligature and put it on a $10 mouthpiece. any more than I would suggest you buy an $800 car and put $8,000 worth of rims on it. But I am really excited about really exploring the artistic side of buying these $10 mouthpieces. I can adjust them to my liking very, very easily. 10 bucks, you kind of can't go wrong. If you mess it up, it's 10 bucks and it's a learning experience. Even if you do the artwork like this yourself, again, I highly advise you to use non-toxic paint for obvious reasons. I'm never going to do anything other than use non-toxic paint if I decide to do something like this. Or I might just get one and bedazzle the crap out of it. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have more stuff like this coming. Here's my mouthpiece. I just got pimped. See ya!